Welcome to this episode of Ask Dorothy. I love doing these video podcast episodes. It's so nice to be able to be right in front of you. This was inspired by the countless number of ways in which I see transformation in my work with clients each and every day. It is a focused effort. It is time sensitive. It's usually built around a deadline. And it's very much acutely given the attention and the love and the care of one big thing that's important to them. And so I'd like to share with you the whole background and the research that supports why 6 weeks is a perfect length of time to be focused on a goal. I also would like to give you the best suggestions for attaining your 6-week goal. And of course, I'll also provide a link for you to book a time with me so that I can help set up your plan. And with that, I have 3 important keywords to set you off on this beautiful course. Join me. What is the one thing that you need most right now? What is the one goal that you've been waiting for, that you haven't quite completed, that's been on your mind, that's important, but it still hasn't happened? 6 weeks. The time it takes to transform your life is but a moment. It's a decision. It's the beginning of actions and habits, all towards the bigger, wonderful destiny that you are creating by beginning. The metamorphosis of 6 weeks begins with you. What can you achieve? Let's dive into this together. Let your blank page be the canvas, the open canvas for the ideas, the imagination, the possibilities, the promise, the forward introspection, first steps, baby steps, all towards the goal that you truly want to achieve right now. What is before you is wildly achievable in just 6 weeks. The peak performance literature suggests that you record a number of goals that you are looking to accomplish. I'm going to suggest we make it even more specific. You can create that list, but break it down to one main goal, one goal that you're going to focus on for the next 6 weeks. And if you want to have a series of smaller goals, maybe unrelated, that's cool, because the smaller goals that take a few hours, less than a day to accomplish, provide that boost of dopamine, the boost of dopamine that gets you excited about the bigger project that you're focusing on. The popular expression, live your best life, is not intended to be a future endeavor. It's about making the choices each and every moment of your life so that you are consistently living your best life. If I'm helping and guiding you as a life coach and a therapist, I'm going to ensure that we've created what you vision to be your best life and helping you set up the ways in which you can live those actions, the mindset, the habits that you're creating, and certainly the outcome that is indicative of the life that you want to be living. That's the goal. Choosing a focus and a dedication for 6 weeks is about following a path that you're already on. If there is something big and important that you are focused on, that you want to accomplish, dedicating a 6-week block has good science-backed research as well as practical sense for you to have a near end date and yet the time to see the progress and the beginnings of results that you are looking for. Your 6-week focus is really about what can I accomplish in 6 weeks. It's that in 6 weeks that takes some of the pressure off of having a goal completely finished, and yet how far you get can often be the goal completed. And even if there's more to do, you have in that 6-week time built so much of the journey into your routine and your way of life that to continue is simply an easy step towards completing the goal. In 6 weeks, you are moving yourself into a rhythm, a plan and a path that guides your mind, that opens your world to the existing possibilities and that you have been waiting for and that have been waiting for you. The 6 weeks is all about building the habit of consistency, habit of doing the daily actions, all towards the life you have chosen, you continue to choose, and you are living now. I liken a block of 6 weeks to inspire dedication. For whatever the goal you're choosing, 6 weeks is transformational. It's manageable to keep you focused, and psychologically, it's an ideal amount of time to build the habits and the momentum that you need to achieve your goal. 6 weeks is a significant, evidence-backed, and practical time frame for goal setting because it serves as this sweet spot for balancing urgency with sustainability, helping to bridge the gap between an initially high motivation that you have at the outset with the long-term habit formation that you need to see your results through. 6 weeks is long enough to produce tangible results and build routines, yet short enough to maintain focus without leading to burnout or what's called goal fatigue. First, I want to take you through the importance of 6 weeks as an ideal timeline for achieving goals, and also why 6 weeks is ideal for seeing tangible results and building that momentum we spoke about for what you decide is next. First, let me give you the 3 words that will help get you started, that give you this beautiful structure to your goal achievement. 3 words: visioning, plan, and implementation. You'll begin by giving yourself permission to dream a little. Remember what's important. What goals have you had for a while that you haven't completed? What more do you want for your life? What's most important to you now? There's going to be several answers to your questions. I'll encourage you to record your answers so that as you take the journey through this first 6 weeks, you'll be reminded of what creates your success, what contributes to your success, and what more you will achieve next. Visioning is to see the end goal, whether you achieve this goal entirely in 6 weeks or if it takes longer. The decision not to quit, not to stop, already means that you will achieve this. Rehearsing the imagery of what your goal looks like and feels like, and often and in great detail, is how you allow yourself to feel success in the present moment. It's a powerful means of living the future in your mind and body, and this, of course, is the neuroplasticity of change and growth. More than a mental exercise, when you visualize, research shows that you are tapping into brain functions that mimic the effects of your physical practice, as well as creating new network connections and enhancing muscle recovery. This encourages progress towards your activities and goals. Visualization also increases positive feelings and helps improve mindfulness and focus. All right, second, the plan. The plan is so important. The plan is mapping out, often into a calendar, the daily actions that become the excellent habits that you keep that allow you to see the results that you seek. For any goal is ruled by the compounded effort of behaviors that then become life habits that you experience daily. Often when you have a plan, it's all about the execution. And this part is going to open you to how you prefer to schedule your activities, whether you use a calendar or an open journal book that you can write in, or any other structure that allows you to organize the tasks, schedule the tasks, the habits, the actions that compounded each and every day lead to the goal that you're after. I like using a combination of both, having the open book with my notes in a place where I can see it and visit it often through the day is so inspiring. And also then my calendar built out where I have allotted time each and every day for those habits, those behaviors that will allow me to fulfill the goal. It's important to have your detailed habits scheduled because it can be easy to say you don't have enough time for this today, or you don't have the motivation to do this today. When if it's in your calendar, you've already allotted the time for it, it's like you just need to show up and do it. And finally, implementation, the third step. Begin small. If your goal is to lose, for example, a set amount of weight in 6 weeks, well, your small steps include the daily choices and practices, movement and healthy eating, and meal prep, and when you're going to do that. So all of these tasks and tools that create this good set of habits toward the goal become the daily actions, the implementation of your goal, your plan, gives you the tangible results on a day-to-day basis. It goes without saying, implementing your plan is so much easier when you've chosen actions, habits that you like. The more that you love what you do, the easier it is to implement all of these steps to your goal. Do you have a business goal? Are you looking to find a new place to live in 6 weeks? Maybe you're looking to rekindle the closeness and connection in your love relationship. Perhaps your goal within 6 weeks is to alleviate the anxiety that you've been living with for too long. Any goal that you focus upon for the next 6 weeks will be the impetus for the life that you are living now and every moment beyond now. With these 3 principles in place, I'd like to share with you the research for why 6 weeks is this sweet spot and how you can use this particular time frame to your advantage every time. There are 3 psychological tipping points that make 6 weeks an ideal timeline. The first is you overcome the initial fatigue. So most goals are abandoned within the first 6 weeks because that initial excitement wears off and the routine feels effortful. What a 42-day or 6-week goal allows for is building stamina. It's challenging you to move beyond that natural dip where boredom, weakened motivation, reduced effort, or even apathy set in. According to the research, what you're left with is habit formation. Those 42 days are a substantial amount of time to build new behaviors and habit. It's also the time when automation begins to take place, and we'll talk about this more in a moment. You want to have your habits automated so that they will be easy to carry out and you won't have to think twice about them. In the field of psychology, habits are defined as actions that are triggered automatically in response to contextual cues that have been associated with their performance. So for example, putting on a seatbelt after getting into the car, which is your contextual cue, is an example of repetition of a simple action that's consistent. You don't need to think about putting on a seatbelt once it's become an ingrained habit. And habits are also cognitively efficient because the automation of common action frees the mind for other tasks. I think about the Steve Jobs and the Einsteins of the world who wear the same similar outfit every day. It requires almost no time to figure that out. And it saves mental space, mental capacity for being more creative and for focusing on more important things. Let's talk for a moment about the tangible results and the momentum that happens with a 6-week goal setting plan. Within 4 to 6 weeks, tangible progress is visible. I think about what you can accomplish in 4 to 6 weeks in a gym. You notice strength increases, flexibility, stamina, skill. You see results in 6 weeks. And of course, that also becomes the impetus for you to want to continue. Gaining momentum in the first 6 weeks also makes it more likely that you will sustain the habit or momentum as a new acquired behavior. And research shows that if you complete the first 6 weeks of a 12-week program, there's a 47% likelihood that you will complete the entire program. And finally, practicality and structure. Well, the 6-week sprint, as it's called, is a framework that allows you to focus narrowly to one major goal at a time. This is considered more effective than focusing on several goals. It also allows you to break down a larger goal or dream into manageable, bite-sized pieces. And it makes the goal-setting process less intimidating. And not to mention that 6 weeks is ideal for planning. You can easily fit 6 weeks into your life in a very natural way, a cycle that could then be followed by a week or 2 to have a break, assess how you did, review, and strategize for your next 6-week sprint. I'm inviting you on this journey. 6 weeks of transformation, one good habit and the next. It's perfect timing. I want you to begin whenever you choose. You'll have my support. I'm going to invite you to book yourself some time with me so that I can share in the planning of what you will be doing for your goal. And to think about this as a time for you to focus on yourself. It's really the ultimate form of self-love. The experience of living in this almost cocoon state where you are not distracted by the noise of the world. You are showing up for yourself each and every day. You are committed to the consistency. So if your workout is 15 minutes instead of 45, well, you've at least showed up to do that 15 minutes. And to remember, it's all about compounding each and every day. And with the vision and plan for daily intentional acts that will culminate in the essential change and growth that you seek. Remember, it's not about achieving everything in 6 weeks. It's about starting, and it's about seeing how much you can achieve in 6 weeks. I invite you to join me. It's going to change your life forever. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me here. I look forward to being a part of your journey and helping you achieve your goal. Thank you. Namaste.